Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? What's going on with y'all family? Hope all is well with everybody. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. My apologies. Let me make sure that our other cousins is over here on tapped in and we can all get started together. Give me 1 second. All right. Where is this thing at? All right, what's going on, y'all? Y'all talk back to me. I don't bite. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Hope all is well with everybody. Like I said, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I'm checking in, making sure you're good. If you're not, go ahead and leave the problem inside of the comment and we can go ahead and go to war and annihilate it. We can get rid of it once and for all, okay? You are not alone. You are loved, and I need you to survive. With that being said, I want to welcome everybody in. If you're here for the very first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you will come back and lock in, for life. Become a family member, a relative. And if you are a cousin, then welcome back, okay? Much love to y'all. Good to see you, good people. Please kindly share this truth with somebody else. Don't hold it and harbor it to yourself. Y'all see what the title is, okay? Y'all see what the title is. So I'm going to talk to you just a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and present some solutions, how to get the hell out of the matrix, because we have all been duped. We've all been duped, and everybody that you can think about is in on this. Everybody that you can think about is in on this. Real talk. There's not one that is not in on this. It's not a one. So please go ahead, take 30 minutes real quick to share this. That helps me beat the algorithm and reach the people I'm supposed to reach. Good people over here on Instagram. What's going on, cousins? It is your girl, Dr. Worlds. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all see the title. They're all in on it. We have been played. And that is why this is the greatest time for us to stand up for us, take care of one another, okay? Get together with other people. Stop being so divided and allowing divisiveness to happen, okay, to us. We are going to war. It is inevitable. These people have to pull out, their trump card. They got elections to stop. You feel what I'm saying? They got elections to halt. If it ain't favorable in one way, then hey, we getting ready to go ahead and run this play over here. They're all in on this. And this should be a wake up call for each and every one of us. We need to be taking care of ourselves because ain't nobody going to do it for us. And we also need to be able to create and have a way or a means of creating resources, streams, revenue, etc., our own ecosystem. If not, you're just going to be a slave in this digital prison that they have the structure for and just waiting on the implementation. I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of this on this broadcast, but when I tell you, you ought to be looking into the Epstein files, not because they want us to now. This has been information that has been hidden. They've known about this for, I mean, decades. They're all in on it. Internationally, domestically, they're all in on it. And the only reason why I would say go look into it is because you will realize that every aspect of our life has been a system, has been a plan. I mean, has been, there are no words to describe. Literally, this every aspect of our life from our birth to the schools we went to have been being monitored and tracked since, I mean, God knows technology is not new. They've been having technology to track us, you know, driving on the highways and going into stores, those cameras, that technology been around for a very long time. And they have had technology set up systems that they have implemented to track and watch our every single move. And they all been on it. This is one big blackmail scheme. I'm a blackmail and show what you've been doing. If you tell on me, I got some dirt on you. I got to get you in a compromising position so that if you ever open up your mouth and tell on me, whoop de whoop, blah, blah, blah. But you would be amazed to know who all is named in those files, who all is involved in those files. You would be amazed. There is not, there's not one person that is in some type of either governmental position, celebrityhoodism, actorism, somebody that ain't a part of Hollywood, internationally, other governments, other empires. Everybody is involved in on this stuff. Everybody from the school system to the hospital system to the medical system to the work system. Everybody is in on it. I found out today, and that's the only reason why I'm even bringing it up, is that everybody had a part to play in this. The names on this, and this is not coming from my mouth. What I'm saying, everybody's hands was in it. This is coming from their mouth. That if they expose and release all the names that are on that man's list, it would crumble our whole entire government and world governments as well. If we really found out who was all on those lists and the sick, disgusting things that they did and how they did them and how it all ties back to everybody that, on both sides, everybody that's a part of those political organizations, that hierarchy, all of them are complicit in this. I was today old when I found out that I think it was called Life Touch. Everybody got those photos. The Life Touch photography. Those photos used to go to the school and take, they wanted you to buy the package. These people were on the Epstein list, monitoring you from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. They got your photos. These files are never, ever deleted. They knew what school you went to, what teacher, for every grade you was in. Sick, sick, sick. They're all in on it. A person advising Donald Trump right now. is on it with young ladies doing despicable things that we don't want to imagine. Okay. Everybody is in on it. And um, you really have to take a deeper thought about all of this. Why would they release this now? They've been knowing this. They've been knowing who's on the list, all these people in Hollywood and all these people that are actors and reality TV shows, the media, when I say everybody is in on this, everybody is in on this. People we would not even suspect is on this man's list, involved in some very dark things. And they have been hiding this for years, for such a long time. Why would they want to release this now? Why would they want to, expose this now and expose men and women who's been on this list? Why now is the question. What is the bigger agenda that is happening behind the scenes? That now you guys just don't care. I'll tell you what it is. Their system, their structure for their system is finally in place. They do not care if we know who was what. Okay. We're not going to need to vote anymore. We're not going to need to do a lot of things that we are accustomed to doing. If we think the days and the times are hard now, then just buckle up. Then just buckle up. We are in perilous times and they are not getting better. They will, exponentially get worse. Honestly, this is something that is written in the Bible. So there ain't no way around it, no delaying it, slowing it down. It's going to happen. And it's happening now. You just gotta prepare yourself. You have to buckle up and you have to make a decision. What side of the playing field would you be on? Will you succeed or will you suffer? This is a real life Hunger Games and we are in a real life matrix. Real talk. And if y'all don't mind sharing this, that will be absolutely great. I have to show y'all the next time I come by here how many of my videos have been blocked. They're not even visible. They're not even showing them. Things that I want to play in the videos that you guys really ought to see, I can't play them. The moment that I play them, they restrict my videos. They block my videos. They totally make them disappear from the platform. I'm going to go through and screenshot so y'all can see that. They don't want people telling the truth. They have so many legislation and laws that are being weighed in the balance this month alone about social media, about, freedom of speech, about a lot of things. So a lot of people that's out here at least trying to tell y'all the truth, we don't know how long we got on these platforms. We don't. We don't know how long we're going to be able to continue to speak to you on these platforms. This is why it is very urgent that we get all that we can right now. I am not going to let up off of this. I'm not. This is why it is very urgent before they collapse this system, because when they collapse this system, I'm talking about we have suffered enough. That's all I'm going to say. We have suffered enough that we ought to have had enough suffering. We have known suffering all of our lives, literally. All we know is suffering. Our history is all about, at least for the last 400 years, our history is all about atrocities. Yeah, we have made such progress. Do not get me wrong. We have made a lot of progress from, the era that our grandparents and great grandparents and great grandparents were brought up into. Things have changed. There is more freedom. And most opportune time for you to do something and take advantage of the times that you are living in, the time that you have been blessed to be a part of, because they didn't have this opportunity. They did not. They did not have the opportunities that we do have. And unfortunately, it ain't just a black or a white thing or a Mexican thing. This is a world global. This system falls. We 5% short of just falling completely, crumbling. 5%. And we fall. Only the people who do not have nothing in place is going to suffer. You got to pay attention. You can hate Donald Trump all you want to. That's between you and the Lord, literally. But you definitely need to be paying attention to how he's moving. It may save your life. Ain't nobody coming to save you or I. The Savior that saved humanity has already saved humanity. But ain't nobody coming to save us again and again. And ain't no, you got to save yourself. That's your assignment. Not only yourself, but your family. Okay. Just want to share a couple headlines that I got here, and then I'll get straight into it. Starting with this one. Now, I didn't show y'all already, so I don't have to recap and revisit and waste time showing you guys that Bank of America just told everybody that the dollar bill is definitely going to collapse. Okay. Bank of America just told all of us that the dollar is going to collapse, that this is going to cause a global recession. So let me bring us up to speed real quick. Okay. Quickly. This is the warning that went out this past weekend, and I'm going to keep putting it in your face. I'm going to keep on putting it in your face, because you got to see it to believe it. Bank of America, the bank, is issuing a warning that the US dollar could collapse. We're 5% from ultimately just fading away. But they do have a system in place. Don't think for a second that they didn't go and create a system. I will pull it up for you right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you homework. Go look up World Liberty Financial. Let me make sure that is it World Liberty Services or World Liberty Financial? Let me make sure it's the right one. This is Donald Trump's new financial system. It's World Liberty Financial. Go look up World Liberty Financial. When you get to their website, go to the About section so you can see who owns that financial system. On the 24th of this month, Donald Trump is going to make a lot of people very, very, very wealthy before this system collapses with his stable coin, crypto. Okay. So y'all go look up that. So let y'all see, okay, how a sharp US dollar crash could trigger the global recession. Here's what Bank of America is warning. So now that we have that, I can bring us on back up here to where I need to be. Okay. We are so fragile. America borrowed $43.5 billion a week in the first 4 months of the fiscal year, with debt interest on track to be over $1 trillion for 2026. We don't have enough money to pay our own bills, which is sad because we print money. So how could somebody who print money run out of money? But they're in debt and with all these securities and all of this stuff, they're not even able to even touch a piece of the interest that is owed, yet alone the debt. Okay? So I need to go that way, that way. Okay? And now that the world knows we are crumbling by the second, China has reportedly told their banks to scale back holdings of U.S. government debt, aka stop lending to them. Can't pay back. They didn't already traded in their securities. They don't want anything to do with the United States dollar. Why? Because it is not valuable anymore. The only reason why the dollar is surviving is because of the war that they are funding in Ukraine and the war that they are funding between Israel and Gaza. And just let me let y'all know this. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu met today about blowing off Iran. Now, I done showed y'all all these people that's over here waiting on the signal and these sleeper cells that are waiting on the signal to go ahead and make their next move, their best move in our country. That the Pentagon, let me go and let's dance around a little bit, okay? That the Pentagon just warned us about a couple of days ago. Uno momento, hold on. Where is that at? Hold on 1 second. Is it this one? Yep. Pentagon warns future wars may hit U.S. soil as direct military threats grow. New National Defense Secretary elevates Homeland Defense above all other missions. Okay? The Pentagon's newly released National Defense Strategy warns that future wars may no longer be fought solely overseas, arguing the U.S. military must be prepared to conduct combat operations directly from the American homeland as adversaries gain the ability to strike the United States itself. Now, y'all already know I done went over this and showed y'all how many of them said that they are taking over. They're not going nowhere. They are here to stay. They didn't hijack Minnesota. They didn't hijack Dearborn, Michigan. They didn't hijack New York City. They didn't hijack California. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Literally. Okay? And then, wrong way, we get this urgent warning. Urgent warning. FBI urgent warning sounds the alarm. American enemies have found a way to strike without firing a single shot. Hackers are attacking city water systems, overriding safety protocols to weaponize our utilities against us and positioning themselves to strike when the signal comes. They're going to attack us in a different way. Grid, water, okay? Can't do anything without water. You can't even survive that long without water. These are things we're not prepared for. And, if you think that it's just, well, I don't know about that. Well, they just busted another lab. Bio lab busted in Vegas. This man has ties to China. Okay. This man had all kind of airborne pathogens that they can just blow in the air and you just overweight. Done. Okay. Let me go ahead. I had the video. I'm not gonna, go through the videos and all of that because of my time. I don't have a lot of time here. Just recapping and bringing y'all up to speed on what in the world is going on. Laying the foundation so in all of your getting, you get an understanding. 6 days ago, biolab found in Las Vegas is similar to the scene discovered in California where I am right now, where they busted the lab from the same owner that had HIV, herpes, COVID. I mean, you name it. They had mice that was infected with this stuff, gonorrhea, crazy. Okay. House cleaner says she felt deathly ill after entering Las Vegas garage biolab, this lab they just busted. Judge releases man connected to biolab. How do you release this person? Biolab found in Las Vegas is similar to scene discovered in California. Being done out of a house. Okay? And they didn't release this person. But why I bring this up is because this biolab that they just busted is right across the street from the aqueduct. One of the biggest water sources on the West Coast, literally across the street with all these dangerous chemicals, etc. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop the share there and put us back where we need to be. The reason why I go over these things first and foremost is you got to be aware and privy on what is going on. That is for sure. Another thing is, let me see which one. Okay, here we go. Let me go down here. Another thing is you need to understand why there's such an urgency. Why I won't leave y'all alone? Why other people are trying to sound the alarm. You understand. Okay? This is what the U.S. Embassy tells all citizens to leave Iran now. Now, Donald Trump meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, who wants to obliterate Iran. Okay? We carried out some strikes on them not too long ago, a couple months back. But now they want us to obliterate Iran. We have half of Iran in America. Quiet as kept. Leave Iran now. Have a plan for departing Iran that does not rely on U.S. government help. Ain't that something? How is the U.S. Embassy telling its citizens that you must leave, but leave without our assistance? Flight cancellations and disruptions are possible with little warning. Check directly with your airlines for update. If you cannot leave, find you a secure location within your residence or another safe building. Have supplies of water, food, medication, and other essential items. Avoid demonstrations. Keep a low profile and stay aware of your surroundings. Monitor local media for breaking news. Be prepared to adjust your plans. Keep your phone charged and maintain communication with family and friends to inform them of your status. Now, what the hell that sound like to y'all? Why would they be telling people that? Just keep it moving. Just letting y'all know, letting y'all see. Okay. I'll come back to this law because I need to explain it a little further. Okay. For people who thought, oh, they was just down there debating on whether they gonna, keep the government open. Yeah, they was debating on that. February 1st, nearly 42 Americans, including those low income families and vulnerable households who rely on the SNAP, will have new work requirements. You ain't getting them bad boys for the free 99 no more. You gonna do what they say and say what they do, or you and yours ain't gonna be able to eat. 42 million people. It's a lot of people. But I'm gonna be real. It ain't a lot of our people that's on there. It's a lot of migrants. 100%. 100% it's a lot of migrants. Okay. Let me show y'all this. I'm going to show y'all these statistics. Okay. It's how many jobs are just this is a lot of people. It's not to worry people because this is a lot of people. Intel, 34,000 jobs gone. Microsoft, 15,000. This is a lot of people. Amazon, see, the big dogs is firing first. You know, if the big dogs and let go all these people, them little dogs don't stand a chance in the dog fight. If these billionaires are cutting people, Microsoft 15,000, Amazon 14,000, Meta 5% of its workforce, IBM 3,000, 34, 49, 59, 63, 66. We already at 66,000. 55,000 of those were explicitly stated as AI cuts. I think things are going to get worse before they get better. So right now, I would just focus on the next 12 months, not the next decade. I also want to share, now that you've seen those stats, let me find this other. U.S. jobs disappear at fastest January pace since the Great Recession. Can't make this up. People think they're safe. You're not. You're not. This is the stuff we ought to be paying attention to, instead of the stuff they're trying to force down our throats to make us pay attention to, and what they are using to divide us. Excuse me. But this is the real tea we ought to be sipping, so you know how to move accordingly. So you know how to move accordingly. If you watching an empire crumble, if you on the Titanic and you watching that bad boy sink, you are going to try to run and hide or take refuge at the highest part of the ship that is out of the water that still has chains. You are not going to get in the sinking boat or on the part that is going down underwater. Common sense. We literally see what is happening. We don't need anybody else. We can see it. We can see it. So them releasing the Epstein files and telling on everybody now, and now they warning that the dollar is going to collapse. That is all being done strategically. The reset is definitely happening now. And only the prepared will survive. It's not as easy as it was for you to just go into a bank and ask for a loan, for a mortgage loan. The housing industry is in shambles. The automobile industry is in shambles. You have 270 million American citizens in credit card debt. They don't know how they're going to get their money back, regardless of the fact they still have to lend, but they're starting to lend differently. They're starting to lend smarter. They're starting to put restrictions and regulations. But there is a lot of money out here if you go and get yourself profiled the way that you need to be profiled. Like, I get giddy about this part right here. I get pumped up. Okay, if you don't know me by now, you're going to get to know that your success is my reward. Man, I get so excited. It ain't your money, because money is just currency. Who cares how much money you can spend? Who cares? How much money can you turn over? How much money can you go in and get and flip and make it, turn it into an asset? I would feel 1,000% better if I knew my cousins and their family is good. Call me crazy. I don't care. God put me in this earth to feel the way that I feel, to experience what I have experienced, and to go through the things that I have had to go through to end up right here. That I care that nothing happens to you and your family. If you do, something happened to your family, that's on you, because you can never say you didn't know. One of the most frustrating, and I'm going to share what I'm going to share in a minute. One of the most frustrating assignments of my life is not understanding why the people see the sword coming and don't take cover. That's something that I go back and forth with God all the time. Like, Lord, I don't want to see these things happen. And I know that there is no other way around it. I'm going to see it happen. But if I can save just one more every day, just one more, just bring one more out. Lord, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible to see what they're doing. It's terrible to see what they have done. It's terrible to see what they are planning. Like, yo, y'all really ran a skit. Had these people working for you, hustling these people, making these people pay taxes to build your economy. All y'all is involved with these systems and scams to not only take away our children, traffic our children, sell our children. You feel what I'm saying? Control how much money we get to make to take care of our families. Charge us taxes to live here, even though we ain't making that much. Raise the rent and everything. Be in control of all of the basic necessities that we need to function. You all have control of those systems, and we don't have none. And if anybody dares to go and create a system outside of your system, they become enemy number one. Like the man who invented how to run a car off of water, hydro. Like the man that was killed up in Buffalo, New York, who had also figured out how to power a vehicle. I believe he used vegetable oil or water. That would save too many people money. Are you crazy? You're messing with our system. Our system that have indoctrinated and have legally had slaves come running to sign up for our low wages, This is no. This is our cattle. Okay, you don't come over here and disrupt our system. And hold on, y'all. Got my mommy ears on. I thought I heard my baby crying. I was about to say, wait a minute. Y'all finna get this 30-second break real quick while I go see what's wrong with my girl. But they created all of these systems to control and dictate how much you gonna get, where you can live, where you can work, how long you gotta work, how much taxes you gonna pay. If you don't pay them taxes, we got another system called the prison system. And you gonna pay us for us to put you in prison. Everything has just been, we're in the matrix. And it's frustrating to see people still being a part of this matrix, knowing that these people are coming for them. They're coming for everybody. They want us so divided, arguing with each other about white skin, brown skin, black skin. They want us arguing about that dumb stuff, not knowing we will eventually need each other, because it's not we against me against you. It's us against them. They have never cared, and they never will. We are no more than just consumers. We buy their products. We rent their houses. We live on their property. We work their jobs. We receive their health care. We receive their money. Everything is theirs. And we don't own anything. And that is the problem. That's what needs to be changed. And I get super duper excited. Okay? And go ahead and block out. I told all my cousins, to hell with trying to go to work and get some money. You can still do that. I'm not saying don't do that, because some people just like to serve. Some people like to work. Some people like the feeling of getting up every day, that this serves a better purpose than a paycheck. Cool. But because we have an opportunity before they crash this daggone dollar to go get all of the monies that we can get, to start creating our own systems. We invented traffic lights. We invented irons, wash machines and dryers, pacemakers. We invented practically everything. What's stopping us from inventing those things now? Money. We don't have the financial backing to put our ideas and bring them to life. That's why our patent's been passed down to other people. It's always been, I'm going to use you to create that, and you ain't going to get jack diddly squat. Aunt Jemima is still waiting on her royalties for being the face of Aunt Jemima Pancakes. Uncle Ben from Rice-A-Roni, he still ain't got his royalties. Hey, Dr. T, this is a letter from the CDFI. I told y'all, these people got money. And this is just one of many of lists that you can go get 20,000 here, 50,000 here, 100,000 here, 250,000, 250,000 here, 10,000 here, 9,000 here, and you don't even need no business. You don't even need no business. Some might require that you've been in business, but you don't need none to get this money. And this money, from start to finish, 2 weeks to go from having nothing to at least 20K. And they told them when you pay at least half of it down, we'll upgrade you to 50K. So if you know me, tell me what would I do with that 20K? If you know me, put it in the chat. What would I do with that 20K if they told me to pay half of it down and they'll give me 50K? There ain't no prepayment penalty. I can pay it off or halfway off when I want to, starting on day one. So what Dr. T would do, don't threaten me with no good time. You giving me 20,000 and you say, if I pay down half of the loan, you give me 50,000, cool, bet. As soon as that money hit my account, within the first 30 days, I'm going to pay $10,000 back. I still got 10 to work with. I still got 10 to go buy me a car wash, to go buy me a laundromat, something that's producing me income. We went over this on the last live I showed y'all. A vending machine, something that's actually generating me money every single month that I didn't have to build. I didn't have to start up. I didn't have to do no physical labor. I just come in and I buy it. Okay. A restaurant. There's a gas station that we saw being sold for $35,000. I ain't got to have the $35,000 up front. You're going to do seller financing. How much of the $35,000 you want me to put down? 10%, $3,500 and make payments every month. Bet. You got to know the way to play the game. I need to take a whole dang on tribe. Do you understand me? If all of us on this live went and got 20,000, that'd be 160,000. Almost $250,000 just by us all running the same play. If we all went and got 50,000, that would be 400,000, almost $500,000. We could do so much with that. We can empower the young people to start building payment processing platforms, to learn AI and how to be engineers and construction workers, builders, how to till the garden, start our own dang on economy. Why not? Bill Gates, right as we speak, is building a whole entire city in Arizona. Smart city at that. The Muslims in Texas are building a whole entire city dedicated to Muslims only, called Epic City. How come we can't? We can go get the bag. I've been telling y'all, the plays I got don't even require credit. Don't require to show no income. You just need to know what to do and how to do it. And since you don't know what to do and what you've been doing ain't working, you need a mentor to help you get there with speed. We do not have 6 months, 7 months to go try to grind it out to get $1,000 extra. The devil is a liar. I have where y'all can go get a lot of money. And you may not understand why I'm doing this right now. Okay? But let me explain to you why I'm doing this right now. When I came out here to California and they tried to literally block, bankrupt, and just everything that we went through coming out here, I am so angry. And when you cross that line, then I'm crossing your line right back. And I'm going to tell everybody your little dirty wealth secrets. I'm going to put everybody on. If you want to come on, cousin, and come on. I know all of their secrets. I know how they get the money, how they acquire it, how they live tax-free, how they keep it. I know everything. Okay? Everything. This brother is now going after multiple CDFI lenders. I implemented the play. He didn't say I took the course. I implemented the play. I told him exactly what to do. He went and ran another play today. He coming back with receipts from that play. Same one. Send me this. I'm like, bet. Now go run up this play. Right here. These two plays right here. Gonna put you in another better position. This is a $40,000 play. So technically, in under 30 days, that's 60,000. And that's just two plays. He got about 15 to 20 of them he can literally run. And legally go ahead and get back what rightfully belongs to you. So all I'm saying, you see the offer letter attached. I'm not going to click on the offer letter because it has his personal details. But this is from my email today, 10:29 a.m. Straight up. I keep on showing y'all that people are being funded. So what's up with y'all cousins? I've made it very affordable for you to come and learn. You're going to pay me for my time because I cannot get this time back that I'm going to teach you. But I'm going to teach you. And not only am I going to teach you, I'm going to be your support system while you get funded. I'm even giving you a guarantee so you feel extra comfortable. I'm going to get funded. I'm showing you receipts. And other people are getting funded. I know where the bags is at. Okay. So now, do I have your permission to tell you opportunities where you can go and get the bag? The decision lies, that power lies in your hands. If you want to keep going about it, doing it the way that you're doing it, I promise you 1,000%. You're going to be one of the ones that suffer. I'm not speaking that over anybody because I can just hear a religious spirit right now saying, oh, you're not going to speak that over me. God is my source and my resource. He is. And he's also the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. He told Joseph to prepare because a famine was coming. And if he did not, him and everything, a part of his household, including his oxen, would come to poverty. He told the widow woman exactly what to do. See, God could have came down and rescued them too. You know how we be thinking, God got me. He had them too. Why did he tell the Shunammite woman to leave the town that she was in for 7 years and don't come back till the end of the famine? Why did he tell Isaac, okay, where the water wells was at in the land or in the land and in the year of drought? How did he get 100-fold return? How did Joseph become governor or king over Egypt? Because he obeyed. He told them, go buy all the wheat up. That's the play I want you to run. So then when there is a famine and these people ain't got no wheat, they're going to come to you and buy. This is way bigger than what we even can imagine. We're thinking small. We're thinking about, oh, what about me? And this ain't about you. This is bigger than what you can even imagine. This is about how God is going to set you up, how God is going to bless you through this. Literally. If I can help people get money, I found out the number one business, the best business to have is helping people find money. Back in the time, I'm not even going to say a long time ago, 2 or 3 years ago, you would have to go get an LLC, go get a brick and mortar business. You would have to have financial advisors come on board. You have to have all of this stuff. Now today in 2026, literally, you can use 2 systems and get people funded for a lot of money. All digital. Never have to leave your home, okay? Never. Never have to work tirelessly. Never have to get up when you don't want to get up. Never have to commute. You can literally log in with a email and a password. and go from having nothing to literally having $10,000 wire transfer, $20,000 wire transfer. That's what the mentorship is all about. First of all, let me show you how to do it for you. Because once you do it once, maybe even twice or 3 times, you're comfortable, it's off to the races. You live in a different life, an unrecognizable life, a life you did not really imagine having. You making a different type of move. Now, okay, I've always had a dream to help homeless people. Now you in a better position. You got way more than enough for you and your family. And now you can actually start to live out your purpose and to live on purpose. Why? Because you got the financial acumen to be able to do so. If God is saying, I've called you to go buy 20 acres of land, I'm going to do something with that. Not only that's going to preserve your family, but that's going to preserve other people and put you in a situation where I prosper you. I raise you up. There is a changing of the guards. Old kings and kingdoms are being brought down, and new kings and kingdoms are being, resurrected, or implemented, or executed. It's just the name of the game. And only those that are in position. I'm looking for those who want to go legally rob the bank. I don't know no other way to say it. I'm not talking about illegal, okay? I'm talking about legally. Documents together. You're not based on nothing off my credit, okay? Because I learned to play the game. Now I got funding in my account. Money that I use for you and leverage from you to go make me some more money. I took your money and made your money go make me money. And then I'm going to pay you back with your own money. You give me $20,000, payment's going to be about $500 a month. I'm going to pay you back for the first year. That's $6,000 out of that $20,000. Still got 14 to play with. You taking care of for a year. That's pretty close to half of it being paid off. But me, I'm going to take 10,000 off top, pay you back, get that 50 piece, okay? Now I'm going to go buy me a duplex. All I got to do is put down 20,000. I got me 4 or 5 units. They bringing me money in. I already got tenants, okay? I already got passive income coming in. I don't even need to live there, be there, none of that. Got a property management company already running it. I am just literally collecting the revenue. I'm going to take that 50 piece and go get that. And then I'm going to get my 20,000 right back. And go drop that on that 50K that I just borrowed from them, because that's half of it. Guess what they're going to do after I give them half of what they gave me? They're going to offer me more. 100K. Would you like 100? I sure would. And just go buy me an eightplex now. What? All I need is 20,000 down. I might go buy me 2, because you just gave me 100 racks. All of this stuff can be done like this, okay? I'm talking about you can own you about 4 or 5 different properties by December of the end of this year, literally. All bringing in you passive income, all because you followed Dr. T and she helped you go get their money so you can leverage it. I got 3 opportunities for y'all, then I'm out of here, okay? 3 opportunities and I'm out of here. I'm going to stop talking about this one, because if you miss it, you miss it. I love you enough to not leave you behind, but if you want to get left behind, I got to respect your decision. At the end of the day, I will be speaking more about other ways to actually go and get back a really big bag. That's all I'm on right now. Don't nobody need no daggone slave wages, no 9 to 5 wages. Nobody, you can't do nothing with that. But pay bills. No, we got to take back territory. We got to preserve, first of all, we got to preserve our culture. We got to preserve our community. We dang on show got to protect our children. Straight up. And we got to leave them something other than what we've been leaving them, debt and destruction. We're not doing that. And we don't have to. First things first, I have this list. I will give you the CDFI lenders list like I gave to him. You do not need a business name. You don't need an EIN. All you need is an idea. What are you going to do with this money? How much money you're requesting? You need a business plan that's going to document what you're going to be doing with this money. All you need is, I need this money for this. This is what I'm going to be doing with this money. This is how I'm going to make other money so that when your loan is up or I didn't spend your loan, okay, you can go buy a daycare. Take that $20,000 and go buy a functional daycare where they charging $500 a month for each child, and they got 15, 20 children. You're already in passive income. So many businesses you can buy for the low, and they're already producing income. And I didn't even tell you about the other play when you buy the business. Now you can take that business and its documents. You just bought a 5-year business from me that's been producing $30,000, $40,000 every month for the last 5 years. All of that is now yours because you are the owner. You take that over to the government. Say, I need expansion. I need to hire more people. I need equipment loan. I need to buy me some vehicles so I can reach more people. I need marketing money. AI done took all the jobs, so I need to learn how to, train me and my employees for AI. I need 300,000. They will give you that 300,000 so fast. Why? Because they see that you got documentation with a business that produces $30,000 a month, so it ain't gonna be no issue getting their money. And they will give you that 300,000 so you can expand. Now you go buy your whole hotel. Hospitality industry always gonna boom. You understand me? Always. Always gonna boom. You ain't heard about no hotel shutting down or going out of business. Especially not no big one. I don't care the pandemic, recession, the Great Depression, the Great Possession, whatever you want to call it. They ain't went nowhere. That's a recession-proof business. And those are the only type of businesses. HVAC, unsexy businesses, boring businesses. I don't want no HVAC. Listen, as long as there is breaker boxes, and as long as there is heating issues, and as long as there's air conditioning issues, that's around the clock business. I will definitely go buy that. People call them every day. Literally. Okay, so you need a mentor to show you this. I got a list of these CDFI lenders that you can go and literally go get you a business blueprint. You can have somebody make you one on Fiverr, okay? Or you can just go to Etsy and pay $20 for a business blueprint and use that. And go just back to back to back to back to back. I want to get funding from here. I want to get funded from here because you can have as much as you want. I have that list for $97. Would anybody here like that? If you would, put a 1 in the chat. Because then you can be coming back to me in another week or two saying, Dr. T, I ran the play and walked away with 75,000, with 100,000 on this project. They gave me 25,000 for me to go get some vehicles. Now I'm starting a rental car company, a sightseeing company, whatever it is, non-medical, non-ambulatory transportation for the disabled, for the elderly. So many different things. Okay. Then when it's your time, listen, look at my cousin over here doing a big one. Look at my cousin doing a big one. Okay. So that's first things first. I also have the $75,000 SBA play. No credit involved, no income needed. They're not checking for income. They're not asking for no, your credit check for your credit score to be, excuse me, none of that. They're not asking for that. They're asking for what you want the money for and what you're going to do with the money. And that has already been done for you, completely done for you. Step by step application, how to fill it out, what to put right here, how to do that. Okay, this is the community. They're giving this type of money out. If you're doing a community initiative, here's the community initiative letter. All you got to do is put your name in it, the name of your business or whatever you want your business to be. Okay, put your information in there. How much money have your business made? None if it ain't. How much money you want your business to make in the next 12 months? $50,000, $100,000, okay? Just basically fill in the blank at the end of the day. I have that $75,000 SBA play, no credit, no income needed at all. You can run it and have this money in your account within the next 7 to 10 days. I have that for $97. Put a 2 in the chat if you would like that, okay? Two totally separate different things. SBA, $75,000 play. Everybody is approved. As long as you follow the instructions. Okay. All of the instructions is right there at your fingertips. All of them. So you ain't gonna have, well, what do I need to put here? No, it's all done for you. Templates and scripts, they're already done for you. All you gotta do is put your information in the fill in the blanks. That's it. And you ready for $75,000. This is a play that we know works because we get people funded for this play, using everything that we created for you to be able to use. $97, okay? Also, I'm going to say this last thing and then I'm going to leave, okay? I got about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Also, we have a done for you, build your credit, okay? Delete your credit, fix your credit, whatever you want to call it, on a personal side. We have software and systems, okay, where you will go in, set up the account, we will go in and execute, get rid of your bad, derogatory, negative credit. We're doing it the way that we want to do it because we're going to get you, approved for the maximum funding on a personal and a business side. So we get your personal credit all the way together. I don't care where it's at. After we, cook it up, make it look real nice and pretty, we go ahead and add some trade lines to boost up your score, put back any credit age that you may have lost by removing any account, and then we go and get you pre-approved. Several different places, several different ways by using software. Okay, the software will even tell you, hey, it's time for you to apply for this one. You meet the criteria, you meet the qualifications. Hey, these new opportunities are available. Okay, so give you all access, the whole 9 yards, and then we build your business credit. We create your LLC, we create your EIN, we put you some trade lines on it, get you set up real professionally, Get you a Duns and Bradstreet. Once we do that, we have you go get a business bank account. Now you ready? Now you ready for big dollar loss because you did it the right way. Because you had somebody tell you how to do it the right way. You are now ready for big bags that you never had. I'm talking about Amex, Lightstream, Goldman Sachs. I'm talking about anybody you could think of. Literally. We will build it for you. You have access to it. We don't access none of your personal information. Okay. You would go in, put in your personal information. We would go in and go ahead and go crazy to have these items removed so that we can boost your personal score, because then we're going to send you to several places to go get a big bag fast. Now, also simultaneously of us doing this on the personal side, we are now building business credit, adding trade lines, getting your score to an 80 payday score. Why? Because we're going to help you get fleet. We are going to help you get the biggest bag you've ever had. Okay, I'm talking about up to 5.5 million, and we want it all. Okay, we know what to say to get into that category. We know what we need to build or what we need to buy to get into that category. We know what's going to make them say yes. So we structure you the right way so that you can get funding personally and you can get funding business wise as well. Okay. We have a done for you since y'all didn't want to join that mentorship. And I will say we got one more spot for you to be able to learn. Okay. For you to be able to learn how to do this for yourself and how to actually build a business out of it. I'm going to give you access to the same systems, same software that will help other people get funded, where you start paying yourself no lesser than $5,000 per client. This is the easiest way to make money in 2026. Literally, all you doing is putting some data inside of some software, and the software gets your client pre-approved. They know how much they're going to get approved for. They know what, everything. You set up a merchant account, the money that you just got them approved for, you go ahead and pay yourself using their new card, virtual card, to the physical card arrive in the mail. And there, you got them $100,000 in funding. That's a $10,000 payout for you. You got them 65,000. That's 6,500 payout for you off of just one client. And it doesn't even take you an hour to 2 hours out of a whole entire month to just go and make sure, hey, my money over here, let me pay it out to myself, or whatever the case may be. Okay. We give you your first client. We show you and give you all of our contacts, our reps, our bank reps, where you can say you don't apply for money online, you request money through your banking rep. Okay. You get access to that. You get access to content of how to share your business. We go get you the bag first. $250,000. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's a lot of value that you get for just $9.97. And we only have one spot left at that price. And for you to be able to go with us, one spot, $9.97. The done for you, well, we will build your business credit. We will build up your personal. We would start and incorporate your business and all of that stuff for you. We will pick who you're going to go get funded for. Make sure that you're getting approved. You have access to the systems where we are cleaning your credit and that we are building your credit on the business side. You also get access to all of that. You can literally have this built out up and running and ready to go for some funding in 30 days or less. In 30 days or less, okay? We have a deal. I'm not talking about we're going to go get you, 10,000 here, because that's cool too. You can fund stack. And if you got 10,000 from 10 different places, then do the math. You got $100,000. If 10 spots gave you 10K, you got 100,000. So you can do funding stacking as well. But we want to make sure that you go get that big, 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 big bag that you ain't never had, cousin. Like it's so big, you got to start getting security around you. Everybody can't go and roll with you no more. I'm talking about a very big bag. And then I'm going to put y'all up on game what to do with that big bag that you've accumulated and how to go flip that. I talked about, complexes. I talked about hotels. I didn't talk about homes, single family homes, but triplexes, duplexes, fourplexes. Excuse me. I give you access to all of that. How to start a non-medical facility. Also, we're going to build your trust, because that's where these LLCs is going to go into your trust. Help you set that bad boy up. So now your kids and your grandkids always got something coming in for them. That is a part of the done for you, okay? Done for you is $14.97. But again, we will build out everything for you. We will go ahead and get your credit all the way together and your score elevated. Okay, you can go from a 500 to a 780 to an 800. Really doesn't matter. Just depending on how we stack our trade lines, what products are, what remarks, what accounts we have removed from your consumer report. We're going to do the heavy lifting and have those things removed while we are building out your business, your LLC, your EIN, your Duns and Bradstreet number, making your presence known on the websites, adding primary and authorized user trade lines to boost your score. And then once we do that, we're going to send you to get funding for personal and business. That is going to be that biggest bag you ain't never had. Okay, and we can do this in as little as 30 days. So that's what I got. Anybody got any questions for me? Done for you. We only have 3 spots. I'm only taking 3 because I got 2 other hands that can help me. So we're only doing 3. It is a $14.97 investment, but I'm guaranteeing you to have way more. As you see this client here, he invested $1,000, but look at his return on his $1,000. I ran the play. That's all you got to do. Run the play, and walked away with $20,000, and got the potential, if you pay off half of that, to go to $50K. It's in a matter of days. That's it. In a matter of days, you can go from struggling to succeeding in a matter of days. So I'll leave y'all with that since y'all ain't got no questions. I love y'all. Instagram, y'all already know what it is. If you're interested in any of these opportunities, go ahead and DM me. I'm going to get you all the way together, okay? Give you the information, the whole 9 yards, and then get you well on your way and get you together. That being said, I absolutely love y'all. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Until the next time, go in peace, so you ain't got to end up in pieces. All right, beautiful people. I will see y'all soon.